So we start from where we stopped yesterday, but maybe slightly before where we stopped. Okay. So this is where actually we were getting into the operations yesterday. So we just took very simple problems like 5 plus 10. So then we try to pictorially show that. So this is the number line. And as I told before, you can draw a number line in any method. You can visualize this 5 plus 10 in any method. You can visualize a tree where there are 5 grapes in one bunch and 10 grapes in another bunch. No problems. You can visualize 2 people. One person has having 5 mangoes and another person is having 10 mangoes. Visualization is left to your creativity. Yeah, I did it this way. So this is 5, and then you are trying to add 10. So what we told, you can visualize it in different manners with respect to the life experiences. Either you can consider that someone has having 5 rupees, another person is having 10 rupee. Both of them are joining their piggy banks or TD banks. And then how much money will be there? So how are we trying to visually represent that? So you have 5. With that 5, you are adding 10. So when you add 10, you saw it is increasing. In this number line, this is increasing. Here it is decreasing, right? So in this number line, in this direction, it is increasing. In this direction, it is decreasing, right? So now when you do 5 plus 10 like this, you get 15. Now, if you add 10 plus 5 instead of 5 plus 10, then what happens? Can somebody unmute and answer?
Same thing.
It's the same thing, no change, right? If you add 5 toffee and 10 toffee, if you club it in whichever way, it's the same. 5 rupees and 10 rupee, you take the 5 rupee and put it in 10 rupee box, or you put 10 rupee and put it in 5 rupee box, it is the same. So that is, in addition, 10 plus 5 is 5 plus 10. Then I give one more example, very similar, only the numbers changed. 20 plus 15, you are adding from 20, 15. So you are adding, so it is in the forward direction, right? Okay, so we did this. Then we did another problem yesterday, right? This was 10 plus minus 5. What is the difference here from the previous problem?
Sir, 5.
That is right. Your answer is 5. But I'm saying, what is the difference with the previous problem? When you add 10 plus 5, when you add 10 plus minus 5, what is the difference?
We are adding a negative number.
Yeah. So what will be the difference when you add a negative number? You are right. So there is a difference. So that is what I want all of you to observe. The difference is, in the previous case, when you add with 10, 5, you are going forward because 5 you are adding to it. But the difference here is, though you are adding a number, because it is negative number, actually you are not going forward, you are going backward. So actually you are subtracting 5 from 10. Though you are writing it as 10 plus minus 5, you are actually subtracting 5 plus 5 from 10. Why it is? Because the symbol of this 5 is minus. In other words, what is happening? A person is having a debt of 5 rupees. This person is having a debt of 5 rupees. And that person is getting 10 rupees at that time. So what you should do? You have to first give 5 rupees to clear the debt. Then only you will have the remaining money of 5 rupees with you. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anyone is having a difficulty in understanding? This is very important. It is same addition, but when the number became negative, it is like instead of going forward, it is going backwards. So that number actually reverses the direction. Actually, that is what is happening. See, you have money. Let us assume you have 100 rupees. Alvin is having 100 rupees. Okay. So if he gets 50 rupees more, what will happen? It is 100 plus 50. But then, what if he spends 50 rupees? It is 100 minus 50. Right? So that spending or expenditure is actually a negative. So, but when you had an income, it is positive. But money is same. When you spend 50 rupees, it is the same 50 rupee note. And when you get 50 rupees, it is the same 50 rupee note. But the action changes. Right? One place you are getting it as an income. In another place, you are making it as an expenditure. So this direction changes. Right? That is how we got 10 minus 5. Just for clarity, look at the previous problem. Here, from 5, we added 10. It went forward. In both this problem, it went forward when we were adding. But here, you see, it is coming backwards. Though it is addition, it is coming backwards. So that is what this negative number does. Right? So in other words, what we can write is 10 plus minus 5 is same as 10 minus 5. Actually, you are reducing 5 from 10. You have a debt of 5 rupee. You are getting 10 rupee. Then what is happening? With this 10 rupee, 5 is going. So I give you another problem. All of you write this in the chat. What will happen now? Good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So now, if we try to visually do that, how we will do? So in visually, when we try to do it, what are we telling? This 15. And from 15, actually you are adding 25. But you are not adding 25, you are adding minus 25. Right? So what will happen? From 15, actually you have to subtract. So what is really happening here? You have 15 rupees with you and you are going to a shop and you are making an expenditure of 25 rupees.
Yes, sir.
So what you will do? You have 15 rupees. You went to a shop. You picked an item. Shopkeeper told 25 rupees due to you. What you will do?
I'll borrow from someone else.
You borrow from someone. How much money you have to borrow?
5 rupees.
5 rupees? You have 15 rupees with you. You have to pay 25 rupees. If you borrow 5 rupees, you can pay only 20 rupees, right?
Yes.
So you have to borrow 10 rupees. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
The difference is 10. You have 15, but you have to pay 25. So you have to borrow 10 rupees. Is it not? So you will be in a debt position of minus 10, which is what you are getting here. Right? So actually you are adding 25, but because it is minus, you are actually subtracting it. Now, you see now what I have written now? So when you tell 15 plus minus 25, it is actually 15 minus 25. You are subtracting 25 from 50. Is it not? Okay. Now we are moving on. We are getting into the next one. This is a bit more tricky. So when you say 20 minus 5, what does it mean? Sanna, when you say 20 minus 5, can you tell me what is a real life scenario? With the money terms.
We might have given more money and
You have 20 rupees. You have 20 rupees and you are going to shop, right?
yes.
Then what? You're buying something. Right?
The cost of the thing might be 15 rupees, but I didn't have 15 rupees, so I gave 20
Is it so?
rupees.
Where is 15 coming? We haven't spoken about 15 at all here. 20 minus 5 is like you have 20 rupees with you and somebody is asking 5 rupees from you. It could be a shopkeeper, it could be your friend. You have 20 chocolates with you. Somebody is asking, can you give me 5 chocolates? 20 minus 5 is as simple as that. Or you have 20 students, friends, you are going for a movie and 5 friends are telling, we are not coming. So from 25 got reduced. Or your temperature is 20 and temperature is dropping by 5. This is what we call a subtraction. right? Adil, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So it is, so what is the difference? Very simple thing. In the case of addition, we were adding things. Okay. So we are telling Malu had 10 chocolate, Helen had 5 chocolate, you add both. Here, not addition, you are taking something out. Is it not? So you had 20. And now somebody is asking, can you give me 5 from that? Right? So from this 20, you are reducing 5 because somebody is taking out 5 from you. See the direction, it is going backwards because you are reducing. Okay? Right. So that is why you get it as 50. Now I am asking you a next question. Please type it in chat. And try to write it in your paper. Visually, this number line, try to write it in your paper and see how will you do. What is 5 minus 20, the problem? Helen, what is the problem? 5 minus 20, real life problem?
So basically, you have 5 rupees and then you go to a store and you need to buy one chocolate which is costly, I guess 20 rupees.
Exactly. So you have, this is the case. Yeah, exactly, Pranav, very good. So this is the problem which we discussed during that income case, right? You have only 5 rupees with you, but you want to spend 20 rupees. Or you have only 5 chocolates with you, but you want to distribute 20 chocolates for your birthday. Okay, fine. So what is actually, how do we visually represent it? You see now, you have 5, and from this 5, you are trying to take out 20. You don't have 20. You can only pay 5. After 5, the money in your hand is 0. But to pay 20, you have to borrow 15 rupees from someone. Right? Is it not? So, you have only 5. You want to take 20 rupees out from that. You don't have 20 rupees. When you take 5 rupees itself, you have become 0. Now, this 15 rupee, you have to borrow from someone. That is how 5 minus 20 becomes minus 15. Right? So now you tell me, what is the relationship between 20 minus 5 and 5 minus 20? 20 plus 5 and 5 plus 20 are same. 10 plus 5 and 5 plus 10 are same. We have told before. Like you have 5 rupee in one hand, 10 rupee in another kitty bank, you join. It is same. 5 going to 10 or 10 going to 5, it is same. But here you see, 20 minus 5 is 15, but 5 minus 20 is not 15. Malu, yeah, tell me.
So in the first case, 20 minus 5, you are taking 5 out of 20. But in the second case, 5 minus 20, you are taking 20 from the 5.
Yeah. So what is the difference in the answer, whatever you are getting? What is the relationship?
Like it is same 15, but in the first case it is plus and the second case it's minus. Negative.
Brilliant. Yeah. So you see, both are 15. Both are 15. You are 20 rupees and you are going 5 rupees away to someone, you have 15 rupees with you. But you have 5 rupees, you are giving 20 rupees away to someone. Both are 15, but the symbol changes. So 20 minus 5 is negative of 5 minus 20, or in other ways. Right? This is an important thing. So that is the difference between addition and subtraction. Right? 2 plus 5 is 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. But 2 minus 5 and 5 minus 2 are not same. 5 minus 2 is 3. 2 minus 5 is minus 3. Now we are getting into one more level of complexity. 20 minus 10. Who can explain a scenario? I will buy a cake for you. Who explains a scenario for 20 minus 10? I will book a cake and send it to your house if you bring a good scenario.
So in this scenario, we have 20 rupees and we are already in debt of 10 rupees. But then again, we are reducing 10 rupees again from the 20.
So what you will get then?
So
negative 30, right?
Yeah, but if you're already in debt, if you have 20 rupee, if you're already in debt, from this 20, you have to give that money. So how it can be 30, it will reduce, right? Good attempt. I like your way in thinking. Next, anyone else want to attempt?
Sir, but the answer should be 10.
You don't talk about answer. Now tell
Okay,
me a
anyway.
real life scenario.
Sir,
It's just subtraction in the addition way. So basically, you have 20 rupees the same way, but then there's a different. They take 10 rupees from you. You are in a debt. So now you have 10 rupees with you.
Okay, fine. Anyone else? Daniel, yes.
Sir, so we have now 20 rupees, so it's like negative. So we have to subtract negative 10. So negative and negative is positive, so we'll add 20 plus 10.
That is a mathematical method. I agree with you. But what I'm asking is, when you told 20 minus 10, you told you have 20 rupee. Somebody is coming and asking you 10 rupee. So you gave that 10 rupee. And I asked, what is 10 minus 20? You told, I have only 10 rupee. I went to the shop and that whatever I bought, it is 20 rupee. I have only 10 rupee. That is 10 minus 20. Agreed. Now we are asking, you 20 minus 10 means 20 rupees means I have only 20 rupees. There cannot be any dispute. So the starting point, you can't have any dispute. I have only 20 rupees. Now, when you tell minus 10, what will happen? Yes, Maud, let me listen.
It's this attempt. Okay, so I have 20 rupees. In early time, I took a debt, but even though I got 20 rupees, I did not pay the 10 rupees. So, with the 10 rupees and the 20 rupees I have in my hand, so 30 rupees.
Okay, so you're telling you have 20 rupee. You are supposed to pay the debt of 10 rupee before, but you didn't pay that. You is having in your hand. So now that 20 plus 10. See, now what I see now, you all know the answer is 30. So you are seeing how to make up 30. Now somebody will come and tell, I had 20 rupee and I was walking to the shop. From the next house, somebody threw a 10 rupee note. It came and fell in my hand, so I have 30 rupee. I'm waiting for that answer. Okay, because you know the answer. So now you are seeing how to make it 30. Anyone else?
Yes. 20 minus 10. So 20 minus negative 30.
Okay.
I mean negative 30. 20 minus 20 negative minus 20 negative.
Shivamugun's head has gone like this. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else wants to attempt? It is tough, but you can do it.
Sir, real life scenario is too hard. Max is better without real life scenario.
Wait.
Yeah.
Somebody will come up. Somebody will come up. I'm waiting.
Sir,
Yes.
I think the person had 30 rupees.
Hmm.
So he was supposed to use some 20 rupees. And he might have used for 10 rupees or something.
See, now go back to the previous problem of 10 plus minus 5. Okay, go back to that problem of 10 plus minus 5. So I will explain you this in 3 methods. I explained this in 3 methods. Whichever method you like, you keep it in your head. This will become important when you try to have brackets and when you try to open brackets kind of stuff. That is the time when this will become important. Okay. So now there are 3 ways. There are many ways which you can visualize. I will tell some 2-3 ways. You see, whichever you like, you keep it. Think about the problem which we did. 10 plus 5. Straightforward it was. I had 10 rupee. Now I'm getting 5 rupee. I add both these, so it becomes 10 plus 5, 15. Straightforward. We did a problem of 10 plus minus 5. Remember? 10 plus minus 5. It was addition. It was addition. But then actually what we did 10 minus 5. Though it is addition, because the sign was different, we did it as 10 minus 5. So what did we take as a real life scenario? I have 10 rupee. Malu had 10 chocolate. But the Malu's friend, she had already a debt of 5 chocolate. So when she went with her 10 chocolate, from that 5 she had to give. That was a real life scenario. Or you have 10 rupees with you. You have 10 rupees with you. You are getting 10 rupee. But when you are getting 10 rupee, you already had a debt of 5 rupee. Or you have like Rudra and Shivamukund is one team. Rudra is having 10 rupees. Shivamukund is already has made a debt of 5 rupee. So when they join together, Rudra's 10 rupee ka 5 rupee, she has to keep it for servicing the debt of Shivamukund. So we explained it like that. Now come here. 20 minus 10. Straightforward. I have 20 rupee. I'm going to a shop. I'm buying an item. It's 10 rupee. I'm giving it. From my 10 rupees I give, I have remaining 10 rupees. Straightforward. Now, how you are going to a shop or you are going to a person with 20 rupee. 20 rupee you have, somebody is asking 10 rupees from you, you are giving the 10 rupee, 20 minus 10. What can be 20 minus 10? Somebody is not taking the 10 rupee from you, somebody is giving the 10 rupee to you. 20 minus 10 is somebody is taking 10 rupee from you.
Sir, how?
1 second, hold on, listen carefully. 20 minus 10, minus 10 is, they are not taking the money from you, they are giving it to you. Remember the addition example. 20 plus 5, somebody is giving 5 rupee to you, 20 plus 5. 20 plus minus 5, instead of giving, they are taking it. When minus came, the function reversed. Instead of somebody giving it, they are taking it. Same thing here. 20 minus 10 is, from your 20 rupee, somebody is taking 10 rupees. 20 minus 10 is, instead of taking it from you, they are giving it to you. Think about your bank account. You have a bank account. You have 5,000 rupees in your bank account. Bank is telling, from your bank account, we are deducting 1,000 rupees as your service charge. You had 5,000 rupees. Bank is deducting 1,000 rupees. So you will have 4,000. Now, what if the bank is telling, we are deducting minus 1,000? Your account money will become 5,000 minus 1,000. It will become 6,000. They are not deducting, they are putting it to your account. So whenever minus comes, the action reverses. Right? So when you say 20 minus 10 means somebody is taking minus 10 from you, they can't take minus thing from you, which means they are giving it. It is a bit complex. Go and think after the class.
Your meaning, sir, your meaning, you give, I gave somebody's money and then they are in debt to me. So now I have 20 minus 10. So they will have to give the 10 rupees to me.
Exactly. Instead of they are taking debt from you, they are indebted to you. They have to give it to you. That is the case. Yeah, Ishan.
So,
yeah.
So if 20 minus 10 is 30, is 20 plus positive 10 20 itself or something?
It's also 30. So 20 minus 10 is as good as 20 plus 10. So that is what the example Pranav told. You have 20 rupees from you and somebody had taken 10 rupees from you 1 year back. That person is coming and giving the 10 rupee to you. What is that? 20 plus 10. It is you can 1 second. It's another way of representing it is 20 you have, 20 minus means somebody is taking from you minus 10. So they are not taking, They are supposed to give it to you.
20 minus 10, it means that you have to receive that 10 rupees.
Yeah, you have to receive that 10 rupees.
Sir,
Yes.
so that means that 20 like minus and minus is equal to plus.
Yes. Yeah, Rudra.
So technically, if 20 minus 10 is 30, so then if 3 minuses come, it will be the opposite way around, right? So you would
Yeah. Yes, it is. But I don't want to bring it here because it becomes too much of a complexity to you. You are right.
So technically, same thing.
Yeah, technically it is like this. You see now, if you look at this diagram, that is why we are making this diagram. You see what is happening. You look at this. What are we doing? We are taking 20 minus 5. What we do? From 20, we reduce 5. It came backwards, right? When we were adding, it went frontwards, right? 20 plus 5 is from 20, it goes forward. 5, right? Here, 20 minus 5, it is coming backward. 5 minus 20, from 5, it comes backward, right? Now, in this case, what are we telling? 20 minus 10. So, actually, because it is minus, it should come backward. But again, you have one more minus, so it will go forward. This is very similar to what we did before 10 plus minus 5. When it was 10 plus 5, from 10 it went forward. But when it was 10 plus minus 5, it went backward. So that minus symbol, what it does is, it changes the direction. You see the temperature? From 0 to the top, it is plus. When the direction changes, it becomes minus. In the case of money, when you are getting money, it is plus, but you are losing money, it is minus. So negative is an opposite action of a positive. You understand? Okay. I will tell one more thing. I will relate this to English grammar. Then you will understand a bit better. But we will just complete this and go. So 20 minus minus 10 is as good as 20 plus 10. That is what we are telling. Okay. So I'll give a small another problem. Then what could be minus 10 minus 20? If possible, draw the picture. It is easier. So you are starting from minus 10. So there is no doubt there. Mark minus 10. And from minus 10, you are removing 20. So when you are removing 20, what happens? It goes backwards. Is it not? When you add something, it goes forward in the number line. When you are removing something, it goes backwards. So you have minus 10 is the starting point. From that, you are removing 20. Okay. So listen here. Look at here. So actually, if you follow this number line method, you can do all these problems pretty easy. What are you doing? Your starting point is minus 10. And from this, you are removing what? You are removing 20. It is subtraction. So you should go backwards, right? So from minus 10, you should go backwards. So from minus 10, when you go backwards 20, you will reach minus 30. Is it not? Agree? So this is like, you see, yeah, this is like, you see, 20 minus minus 10. This is opposite of that. Minus 10 minus 20. You see 5 minus 2 and 2 minus 5. This opposite. Starting we learned, right? This is like that. Like Malu told, this minus this is plus, this minus this, same value, but it is minus. Okay. So what is the meaning of this English sentence? One person unmute and say. Those who have not spoken so far, I would be happy if somebody who has not spoken so far can tell.
It's like, sir, it's like a prisoner where he had to go with a knife to rob a bank. So I was not ready to go to the bank without a knife. So I couldn't murder anybody.
So Advaya's imagination has gone wild. Okay, I like it. Okay, but what is the meaning? What did actually happen? What is he trying to express?
Sir, that means he's scared.
Okay. Anyone, anyone else want to say anything?
I think he is going to cut vegetables.
He's going to cut vegetable. Okay. Okay. Now Rudra, yeah.
I don't know if this is correct, but he was not ready to go without. Meaning there are two negative things there, but
Brilliant.
at least he survived.
Yeah.
So that's a positive thing. This two
Okay.
negative things led to a positive.
Okay. See that is the point. I think one more person who wants to.
So can I say
yeah.
something?
Yeah.
From what I heard from Rudra, like I thought of something not
Yeah.
out. Like I'm not out of the game yet. Like still going on.
Okay.
More positivity and all that.
Okay. Now you just see one more. Lina, you want to say something?
I wanted to say he was actually not ready to go there without a knife because he was scared or like wanted to do something with that knife.
Yeah. You see now there are two negatives in that sentence. So that two blue colors, if you remove that, how will it be read? If you remove that two blue color words, how can you read it?
Sir, it is very positive and very negative together. I was ready to go out there with a knife.
Yeah, so
he is going to murder somebody. It's clear.
Yeah. I'm telling you can go with a knife to even cut a vegetable, or you can go with a knife even to do the school project. You can. There are so many usage of knife.
Sir, a craft knife.
Yeah, craft knife. Don't think so negative. But the point is, you can consider like when you use two negative words, actually it cancels each other. I was not ready to go there with a knife. Actually, it indirectly
Sir,
you can. Yeah.
Sir, if he go without a knife, like if there is a problem with him, and if the like he made a problem, and no, what I'm trying to tell is a person. He's a person who did the crime, and other person got the blamings, and if we go out and everybody's gonna like trap or like something like that.
Isha is a novel writer. She has developed a script out of that one sentence. Okay. So you can also say like, I was ready to go there with a knife. It is not the exact same meaning, but then this is like, the meaning is almost around that. If you remove those two negatives, not and out, it is almost like I was ready to go there with a knife. 1 second. So if you remove one negative, I was not ready to go there with a knife, which means he was not willing to go there with a knife. But when you add one more negative, I was not ready to go there without a knife, which actually implies that he wants a knife to go there. So that is what happens when two negative comes. Even in English, it is like that. So how can maths be left behind? That is why 20 minus 10 becomes 20 plus 10, because two negatives when it comes, it cancels each other. Ishan, yeah.
So I thought was like I was not ready to go there without a knife was like a bit more positive, a bit more negative way of saying I was ready to go there with a knife.
Yeah, that is right. It could be. But the point is like how two negative words get cancelled. You see this next sentence? You can't get full marks if you don't study all topics.
Same thing. You get full marks if you study all the topics.
Yeah, means you can assure that it's not. You can assure that you get full marks if you study, but it is somewhere around that.
You get full marks if you don't study all.
yeah, one way of looking at is like you put can't and don't. So what happens is they cancel each other, right? So two negatives comes, they sort of cancel each other, right? Okay, people don't wear sweaters during non-winter times. It's actually
For the
sort of,
winter.
People wear sweaters during
yeah.
times.
In the last sentence, isn't it both? There's no negative in it.
No, and the negative in the sense like, see, okay, now let me give you one assignment for you today. Do you think negative is bad all the time? Can you give me, can anyone, I will give you 1 minute. Think of what are the things, if it is negative, which is actually good, and type it in chat. I'll give you 1 minute. Think of some things when you tell this is negative, which is actually a good thing. Yeah, brilliant. Who told that coronavirus test? Karthik. Brilliant. Brilliant. Matthew and Tom. You see? The
Balu
test
also.
result. Yeah, super.
COVID negative. Balu.
COVID negative. Yeah. Yeah, you see, our town was not affected by earthquake. You see? Yeah, negative temperature. You're so hot. Temperature drops. Yeah, see? So negative does not mean you have no fever. Yeah, fever you measure or you do a test. The doctor says test is negative. Yeah, if somebody tells, oh, he is tested for that disease, he tested positive, you will die because of heart attack. Because testing positive means you have the disease. Okay, we move on. So I give this problem to you, answer in chat. -5, -20. Okay, so there are some of our friends who have got it as -25. So I suggest that they make this diagram and then do that. See, when you make a diagram, you won't make that error. See, what are we doing? What are we doing? We are starting from -5. There is no doubt there. Starting point, no doubt. So you are already under debt. You are already under debt. 5 rupees you have to give to someone. But then, that time, if somebody would have come and asked you another 20 rupees, or if you would have spent another 20 rupees in the shop, then you would have been -25. That is right. You're already at a debt of 5 rupees, -5 you are, and you are spending another 20, -5 -20. Then it is -25. But here it is not -5 -20. -5 -20. You are not taking the money out, the money is coming in. Minus of minus is not money taking out, it is money coming in. So minus becomes plus, whether it is in English, whether it is in maths, because of all the scenarios which we have explained before. So this is a case actually, you have a debt of 5 rupees and at least the time somebody else is coming to your house and tell, bro, do you remember? I had borrowed 20 rupees from you, take it back. Serendipity, right? So that is the scenario. So those who made the mistake, so you start from -5 diagrammatically, and from -5, if it is -5 -20, you go backwards. But then whether it is -5 -20, you go forward. As good as -5 + 20. So I will give you 2 suggestions when you get problems which are a bit complicated. One suggestion is think of the money scenario in your mind. Think of the money scenario and see how it will work out. Another way is draw the number line. Okay? But then after some time, when you do so many problems like this, it will become automatic to you, -5 -20 plus. It will automatically come to you. Starting, you might have to think a bit. Okay, this one, do it first. -20 -5. Someone should explain the scenario.
-20 + 5.
That is right. That is the mathematical way. What is the scenario? Which scenario we are in? Ivania, you want to explain? Money terms? Minus 20 means we are under debt of 20 rupees. That is the starting point. Then what happens?
First, we had a debt of 20 rupees.
Yeah.
But a friend, like, we earn 5 rupees, which changes our debt to the debt of 15 rupees because we have given 5 rupees back.
Okay. Malu, what is your definition? What is your scenario?
So you already have a 20 rupees debt.
Yeah.
So you are decreasing a debt of 5 rupees from the 20 rupees debt.
Okay. Advaya, what is your explanation?
Yes, sir. So it's like you are in a shop and you have to pay 20 rupees to get, like, you know, there's a product of 40 rupees and then you bought it. So you must pay 20 rupees to them, and then you pay 20 rupees, you must pay another 20 rupees. And okay, sorry, wait. And then
No problem. No problem. Think about it. Take rest and then think and then come back. Yeah, Rudra, yes, what you want to say?
So when the shop we buy something that is worth 20 rupees, but we only have 5 rupees. So we borrow 15 rupees from someone else, and now we're in debt of 15 rupees.
Okay, that is extreme. So let me tell for the shop example here told, I can tell the same. 1 second. Advaya's that shop example, I can tell. Advaya, it can be like this. You go into a shop, okay, and the shopkeeper, you already bought an item for 20 rupees. So you are already minus 20 you have to give. And that is the time the shopkeeper is coming and tell you, boss, there is a discount of 5 rupees in this. So what will happen? So
then you have to pay 15 rupees.
yeah, then you have to pay only 15 rupees. So minus 20 becomes minus 15 then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other scenario is you have minus 20 rupee, already bought one item. You are buying one more item for 5 rupee. That is minus 20 minus 5. So you have to pay 25 rupee. In this case, it is the reverse. Minus 20 minus 5. 2 minus, which means what? You are getting the money this side. You are not giving the money. Minus of minus. Okay. Right. Now, I stop this minus business at this point. Okay. This very simple problem I give to you. What is the scenario? You have 20 rupee and you don't do anything. You are just sitting at home. Nothing happened. Mistake. No problem. Okay.
Our investment.
Okay. 20 rupee you have, nothing happened. That is minus 0. You didn't spend any money. Okay, you went to the tour, your mother gave you 1,000 rupees, buy something better, and you went and came back, you didn't buy anything. That's it, 1,000 rupees there with you. That's it. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, very simple. Okay, so now the last question. 0 minus 20. 0 minus 20, what is the case?
It's the same question except the places are changed, so it would be negative 20.
That is right, but what is the scenario? Is it the same scenario like before?
Sir, yes.
No.
What is the scenario now?
Sir, that's because like the last point, it was like 20 minus 0, and now it's opposite question. So it's like minus 20.
That I agree. Answer all of you have. I am not disputing the answer. What is the scenario? The previous scenario was you had 20 rupees, you went to the tour and you didn't spend any money. So it is 20 minus 0. You have the whole 20 rupees with you.
Sir, you have no money and then your friend comes up to you and be like, you borrowed 20 rupees from me, give it back.
Exactly.
You go into a store looking for something, but you don't have any money. You find what you're looking for, but it costs 20 rupees.
Exactly.
But you don't have any money, so you're in debt of minus 20 rupees. Exactly.
You went to a shop with empty pockets and you bought something for 20 rupees. So you have to borrow that money from someone. Very simple. So 20 minus 0 is not same as 0 minus 20. The scenario is entirely different. 20 minus 0 is, we are talking about a person, a saving thrift, a saver person. You gave 20 rupees to that person, but telling go and freak out, and person comes back after the freaking out. I have the whole 20. I didn't spend anything. So we are talking about a person who saves. 0 minus 20, we are talking about a person who's a spendthrift, who didn't have any money, who goes and spends. So it's entirely opposite. Yeah, character is entirely opposite. Right. Okay.